Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode of Blureel Studios. Again, it has been a while since I made one of these. The past few weeks, I have been kind of struggling with my health. I got a bug in the airwaves. It's not what you think it is, but my voice was kind of gone for a minute there. And to the point where I was like, am I ever going to get it back? And because yeah, it was really raspy, very raw, and it wasn't fun to talk at all. And I chose to kind of wait till my voice recovered before I made one of these videos again. In the meantime, I have several things to talk about, obviously. But before we dive into the brand new additions to the Blureel family, let's roll the intro. You know, you have to switch it up from time to time, even with the intros. So Halloween has come and gone, a fun time, one of my most anticipated times of the year. I like to keep a tradition going of doing like a Halloween movie marathon with my friends. So we get together at my place, me and my wife's place. We order some food and we watch some movies. We each get to choose a film, or we choose like several films as a group, and then we just watch them back to back. This year it was we started off with *Malignant*, which was a fun time. I think that film is fantastic to watch with Halloween with friends, especially friends who haven't seen it before, because that's an experience in and of itself. And watching friends discover the story of this film and how it all unravels at the end is a treat, and I can highly recommend you watch it in that fashion. It's one of the most fun experiences I've had with Halloween to date, because *Malignant* is a fun film. It's scary, or it's a well-directed horror film. James Wan is a master at that, but it's completely insane and in a hilarious way. And we all agree that was a great time to watch. We poked fun at it. We had just laughed at the film. And I think watching it with friends is the best experience. After that, we watched *Sinister*, which is a classic in our friend group to watch with Halloween. And it stays amazing after all these years. I love that movie. And then a lot of my friends just went home because it was getting late. We watched two films. And I chose to watch John Carpenter's *The Thing*. Which brings me to Titans of Cult has released *The Thing* in their lineup, which is fantastic. This arrived, I think, a couple of days before Halloween, and unfortunately, it kind of came a bit damaged. There's a little bit of dentitude at the top, right where the logo of Titans of Cult is situated. But I love this release. It looks fantastic. I don't really know if you can tell it all that well, but you know, the cover art for the box, for the sleeve, is very, very cool. I love the design of this. It's reminiscent of ice, obviously, which is very thematic for the film. The steelbook itself looks beautiful, and I'll show it off right now. Here is the steelbook for *The Thing*. Beautiful design, and I love the fact that they put one of the most iconic moments of the film on the cover. As you can tell, there's a little bit of dentage as well on the steelbook, which is unfortunate because I'm noticing it right now for the first time. I don't like that. And the back is awesome. Another iconic moment from the film, and the phrase, "Man is the warmest place to hide," which is very creepy. Inside artwork and the two discs. Beautiful edition, and as we've grown accustomed to with Titans of Cult, they also pack it with some other goodies. A pin for the United States National Science Institute Station number 4, and a patch you can sew on your clothing, again with the iconic line, "Man is the warmest place to hide." Love this film. It's fantastic. It holds up spectacularly well, even after all these years. I love this movie. The score by Ennio Morricone is fantastic. The suspense, the tension is sublime. The performances are fantastic. Kurt Russell is great in it. And they, obviously, the biggest plus on the film are the practical special effects, which are awesome. it blows my mind every time I watch this film that the film was made in the 80s and it still holds up fantastically well today because of the fact that it is all in camera practical effects and they are timeless. It even uses matte paintings to convey a sense of scope, and it's fantastically done. I love this movie. It's John Carpenter's one of his best, if not his best. Up next, we have some regular Blu-rays and one DVD. In fact, I went on a trip to Just Movies, my favorite store in the world, and I picked up some horror films to watch or to spice up the selection for our Halloween movie marathon. Even though nobody picked them, I'm happy to have them in the collection. Let's start off with The Omen, a 30th anniversary 2-disc special edition DVD. This is an iconic movie, an iconic horror film about the son of the devil. It's pretty straightforward in its concept, but it's in its execution where this film has grown iconic. It has spawned several sequels. It has a reboot with Julia Stiles, if I'm not mistaken, which I've seen but know nothing about or don't remember anything about it. I've started watching this, but I have to still continue it. And from what I've seen, it's pretty fantastic. And then to top off this episode, 2 regular Blu-rays. Usually I start off with these, but just let's switch things up. I bought Monster in Just Movies on Blu-ray with Charlize Theron, directed by Patty Jenkins, if I'm not mistaken, director of Wonder Woman. Patty Jenkins. And this film is, from what I hear, fantastic. I have it on DVD. I had it for some time now, but I haven't watched it yet. But I hear that Charlize Theron is fantastic in the film, and actually I'm really excited to see this finally. And I'm fascinated by serial killers, and the fact that this movie exists and it's about one of the only female serial killers in history is intriguing enough. And Charlize Theron is one of my favorite actresses, so this is going to be a great time. Another film I picked up is a film that I greatly appreciated when I saw it years ago, and this is Devil. Our story is by M. Night Shyamalan, and did he write it as well? Story by M. Night Shyamalan, screenplay by Brian Nelson, and it was directed by John Eric Doyle. Shyamalan is also credited as a producer, and I actually kind of love this movie. It's pretty great, pretty suspenseful. The concept is interesting, and it has a pretty satisfying finale. And I'm really, I'm a fan of this movie, and I saw it years ago. Watched it several times, and now that I have it on Blu-ray, I'm excited to watch it again. That is going to be it for this episode, but don't you worry, I am going to shoot 2 more episodes after this one. Reason being, well, it's obvious. These releases kind of warrant their very own video, so that's what I'm going to do right after I complete shooting this picture or this video, and hopefully you'll stay with me for the ride. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the very next episode of Blureel Studios. You are amazing. I hope you've had a great Halloween. I hope you're staying safe and healthy out there, and I will see you in the very next episode of Blureel Studios. Ciao. I'm just now realizing that one of the films I'm going to talk about next is already in the shot. Damn it. Spoiler alert.